and Now biscuits.
Highway blocked over, cops killed. Lay Metsup issues strong warning. And district to have center for marginalized groups. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Ovoy. Thank you for joining us. The National Highlands Highway has come to a halt with no passing of vehicles, PMVs and trucks for the past 12 hours as relatives of the two slain cops killed in Mendi, Southern Highlands Province, presented a petition to the government.
Relatives of late Constable Noah Biape from Asoro and late Constable Harry Gorana from Gauku, Eastern Highlands Province have blocked off the roads, calling on the government to receive their petition on the death of the slain officers. The points presented in the petition include the arrest of the culprits involved, compensation payment for the neglect in medical treatment, an explanation of their deaths, and a proper investigation. Family representative Luti Mateho said they demand that the Southern Highlands Governor, William Powie, Mendi Munihu District Member, Police Minister, Police Commissioner and the national government under the leadership of Prime Minister James Marape 24 hours to respond.
Liglig Papa Blo, pigin niya. Me bla stop, kiss him houseman. Stop, kiss him houseman. Now, date where me bla makimi am come. Big bla bell heavy blo me bla stop. Time em heavy come up on top blo. Mendi. Police Department. Inala karimem na go. Say mem lo good bla housing. Or karimem go na lusem lo public housing. Em banish blo country ya, district ya. Em go lo sebi Mendi na wabek ya. Em security ay no biro blo you. Blo wonem na you wokim bol sem lo mi. Me feeling pain go, me tremble control him. Me feeling pain blo pain.
Goroka Police Station Commander Inspector Timothy Pomoso said police have been made aware of the protest and said additional manpower from Mount Hagen has been called in to assist in the situation to ensure normalcy along the highway. He also appealed to the traveling public to refrain from using the highway until the situation is addressed. Adding on, Mobile Squad 11 Commander Chief Sergeant Rox Nime cautioned the traveling public from Enga Province to be wary of this situation whilst traveling along the Eastern Highlands section of the Highlands Highway. Mr. Pomoso said while police understood the frustrations by aggrieved relatives, the petition has already been presented to the government by the immediate family members and are awaiting a response. Eastern Highlands Governor Simon Sia, upon receiving the petition, said he will personally take the petition to the Governor of Southern Highlands, Mendi Munihu District Member, Police Minister, and Commissioner who are all aware and are awaiting the petition.
Stop from here. You will not go until there's a petition over giving here. Petition here over Karimolo Mospina, you got to Governor Karimolo Mospina.
Claire Mauta, National EMTV News.
The Lay Metropolitan Superintendent Chris Kunyanban has issued a strong warning against lawbreakers following the notable rise in crime in the city.
Following the murder of a young girl and a clash between settlers in Kamkumung, Lay Metropolitan Superintendent Chris Kunyanban says times have changed and crime is on the high. Kunianban confirmed that the 18-year-old girl's body was found naked in a ditch behind the hockey field at the main market on Saturday morning last week. Her body showed indications of assault with the possibility of rape. While police investigations are underway, one suspect has been apprehended and in custody. Chief Superintendent Kunianban cautioned women and girls to take extra precautions when moving around, especially at night.
You know, we come to a time where if you look around the community, things are not in our favor in terms of population growth, settlement growth. There's so many things happening. By saying that, you know, I just want to caution all the young ladies going around during the night. Nobody's stopping you, but you know, you'll be very concentrated about your life. Your life is given once. Once you're at the wrong place with the wrong friends, anything can happen to you. So, as much as possible, be very, very careful where you're moving around during this special night and weekend.
Furthermore, Chief Superintendent Kunianban issued a stern warning to settlers and general public who retaliate against responding police officers, damaging state property and injuring police personnel.
There's so many things happening in the settlement, and we've got to be responsible for our community where we live in. And if the police goes there, police is there to mediate over issues, to make sure that we find peace in the community. But if people want to attack the police, we will tell them that there's no space for them in lane. No space for them in lane. They have to pack up and go where they belong. Because nobody in this country will say, oh, look at ground. Ground you pull up the place. So finding when something come here, all is stuck within the confinements of law in the settlement. For lay, as the commander for lay, if they touch my police again, now one of the policemen in Bahara, we will make sure that they pack up and leave. The houses are going to be torn down. They can take us to court later. Because enough is enough. We have a lot of issues coming up, and if you look at it, we're going to be accountable for what we do in our community.
He said police are here to ensure communities are safe and must be respected as enforcers of the law. Jessica Nui, National EMTV News, Leh.
Community Policing Unit of Amenob Local Level Government of Madang Province have confiscated a huge quantity of marijuana and cannabis drugs worth around 100,000 kina in street value during a dawn raid.
During a dawn raid conducted in the Ward 4 of Miss Village in Ambenob, LLG, the community policing has discovered the illicit items following a tip-off from the community members. According to the CPU, 2 suspects, including the owner of the illegal items, escaped into the bushes as soon as they noticed the CPU members approached the house they were living in. However, the CPU members managed to confiscate all the illicit drugs that were hidden inside the building. A CPU leader at Miss Village said the drugs were believed to be destined for Jayapura in Indonesia to be exchanged for firearms. Police officer in charge of Community Policing Unit in Madang, Senior Sergeant Nelson Mape, revealed that the full name of the prime suspect is Doni Gawi from East Sepik Province, and he was residing with a local from Miss Village near Madang town. While he was there, he was involved in smuggling of drugs into the village and doing his sales. Meanwhile, the office of the Madang provincial member, Ramsey Pariwa, on Tuesday visited the Ward 4 CPU at Miss Village in North Ambenob, LLG, to present them their cash allowance in acknowledgement for their wonderful effort in maintaining law and order in their community. The governor's project officer thanked and acknowledged the effort of the brave volunteers of Miss Village who worked at CPU to maintain law and order in the community.
Thank you, Logit Lawak team. Through we've experience in lawlessness, law samplayari kam time kind of institute come up na. All law that acceptable mipla come in, all supporting this line initiative na. Work kirap now we can looking some people send this law. Lo na problem lo inside lo town na all community are street people send this come up. So makin government lo yukalo province and mito bigla thank you.
The chairman of the CPU acknowledged the allowance by the office of the governor and stated that they would continue the pace they are currently going in, maintaining law and order in the community. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
The governor for Bank of Papua New Guinea has confirmed in a media statement today that the bank has been attacked by cyber criminals. However, she said the incident was identified and contained with no implications on financial data or banking system.
The Bank of Papua New Guinea assures the public that a recent cyber incident was identified and contained with no impact on financial data or banking systems. On February 21st, BPNG's cybersecurity team detected unusual network activity within an isolated test environment and separate from critical network infrastructure. The issue was fully contained and resolved by February 23rd with no disruptions to banking operations or stakeholders' data. According to the governor of Bank of PNG, Elizabeth Genia, this incident is unrelated to a recent cybersecurity event elsewhere in Papua New Guinea. She said the two events were entirely separate, employing different methods and targeting different systems. Genia further said at all times BPNG's banking operations, financial systems and stakeholders' data remained secure. She said as part of its ongoing commitment to cybersecurity, Bank of PNG continues to strengthen its security framework through enhanced monitoring and international collaboration, ensuring its systems remain secure against emerging threats. She said all essential banking services remain fully operational and protected by internationally recognized security measures. Genia further said BPNG remains committed to maintaining the highest security standards and safeguarding the stability of Papua New Guinea's financial system. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
In an update, the team for the investigation into the East New Britain Palm Oil Limited today submitted the final report of the investigation to the Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru. The report was submitted by the Deputy Chairman of the investigation team, Mr. Tony Waisi. Minister Maru highly commended the team led by Chairman David Mehta, who completed the investigation and finalized the report in what he called his record timing of 3 months. The minister added that the report will be presented to the cabinet next week. Port Moresby's Sir John Guy's Stadium saw many in attendance commemorating the legacy of late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare.
Port Moresby joined the country in celebrating the life of the founding father yesterday with people dressed in red, black and gold gathered at the Sir John Guy Stadium. 26th of February was declared as a public holiday by the NEC to pay respect to the father of the nation, or as described by many, the architect of PNG. During the ceremony, the governor for NCD said the late Grand Chief stood up for this country and the people.
Passion, his conviction, and his energy and faith in our people and in our country. In the history of the world, a few people have stood out among the millions and billions to define the destiny of their people and their country, and indeed to define the world. Ours is, of course, Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare, a great chief, a Kukurai from the Murik Lakes of the East Civic province.
He said these very special people have certain achievements that put them apart from the rest of us. They were determined, passionate, resilient, and were visionaries. Reflecting as well, Prime Minister James Marape said late Grand Chief, even at his last moment in life, had a sense of duty for the country.
Sir Makere's passing, he was there. Myself and Rachel and him sat at the front pew, and he was there. I could see him. He held himself together, sat, witnessed passing of someone who succeeded him, someone he groomed. He came out for duty honoring a Prime Minister that has fallen. A second moment I want to say was a moment where he came to the U.S. Embassy. And the U.S. Embassy has a steep, you go down, a step, big step, then you also climb back up. It was on January 28th, the election night of 2020, if I'm not wrong. He was done, and then in the evening he walked up, and it is a big steep climb. It took him almost 10 minutes to get up and eventually to his car. Why am I raising this? Even at very old age.
Tribes, over 1,000 different languages and dialect. And to unite those people together would have been a tremendous challenge for Papua New Guinea. For a few brave men who look down at the issues of prejudice and colonialism, who stared into the future which was unknown.
He said what his father did united 800 plus languages and 1,000 tribes together as one.
Michael Samaria's greatest achievement, together with his cohort, is not the development today, is the unification of one country under one banner as one people.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by...
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henner, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions.
The trend is that we have been seeing increasing number of kidney diseases, ones where we can treat and then they recover.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing crystal meth.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
You're watching National MTV News. People from Koroba Kopiago district in Hela province will have a new community development center to assist the marginalized group of people.
The member for Koroba Kopiago and Coffee Minister William Bando presented 1 million kina check to the Department for Community Development, Religion and Youth to construct the 2-floor state-of-art building in the district. Minister Bando said this is half of the 2 million kina payment that was set to be paid after the MOU in October last year.
Signed and committed ourselves to provide 2 million kina as a counterpart funding for this 2-floor state-of-the-art building in one of the most remote locations in our country.
He said the center will address the pressing issues in the district.
Family sexual violence issues, community development issues, SME issues, and I am very, very proud that we've been able to source this funding.
The minister said the district will manage the groundwork and they are looking forward to the construction of the building. Department for Community Development, Religion and Youth Secretary Jerry Ubase explained the areas the building will accommodate for.
The building will house the top floor, and it will be the administrative block, which will house all the office and where all the managers and officers will be housed under. The ground floor, which will have the conference facilities, which will house a civil registry, which will house office floor, child and family services, which will house GVV, which will house CSO, civil society organization, and churches.
He went on to explain that the building will have 30 workstations and spaces for the development partners.
Our development partners like the Australian government, the US government, our UN agencies, the European Union, so they will be there on the ground. So if there's any program that Koroba Kopiago needs, that needs referral pathways or support from those partners, they will be.
We want to make sure that as much as possible we can do more community development building across the country. And it is the purpose of the government to drive that down to all the districts.
Minister Peter said the building will serve the purpose of community.
Community development, it's like from the womb to the tomb. We look after the children or the child of PNG, and when an elderly person is old and is going to the tomb. So it is a social issue that social sector that this department, community development, and this morning is a work partnership between the national government, the Department of Community Development, and the Koroba Kopiago DDE. So,
Lauren Jimal, National MTV News.
The Miunde Primary School's new fencing was officially commissioned by their local district member, Francis Siyune, as part of his electoral visit.
School head teacher Jenny Mink said the school had many challenges and needs and were fortunate for the support.
I would like to thank our Honorable MP for Karawaki, Mr. Francis Sune Kikin, and the Vice Minister for Public Service. Last year he gave us 75,000 kina, and this 75,000 we have complete the project, which is school fencing, and now our honorable MP is here to cut the ribbon of the new fencing. And we, the students, parents, community leaders, all the teachers here, we really appreciate, and we really have a heart for him. He's a good and an excellent leader.
The school has 678 students, half from Jiwaka, while half from Kerawagi District, Simbu Province. Looking after this population are 15 teachers. The fencing includes Sikaima Christian Elementary School, which is in the same area. The head teacher said it is the first time for the school to receive such support since its establishment in 1992. She said the new fencing will guarantee the safety and welfare of both students and teachers. Mr. Sunes said his primary focus and priority is on education because through the education sector, they will produce future elites and emphasize to provide necessary support in school fee assistance scheme this year.
It's going to move in order to move to a new destination.
He said human resource development is paramount and needs collective efforts to create exclusive and conducive environment for students and education to see quality outcome. The head teacher then in closing pointed out that the school also needs staff houses, classrooms and a computer lab, and said with Mr. Sunes' intervention to fund the school's fencing has given the school the confidence for more support to come in the future. Claire Mauta, National EMTV News.
As a way of supporting rice farmers in the country, Trukai Industries has supported model rice farmers to become commercial rice farmers through the Trukai Industries Smart Farmer Internship Program in Morobe Province.
These farmers commenced their 3 months internship training at Trukai's Arab Farm in Leh, Morobe Province on January 27th and are the first batch of interns in this quarterly program, with other batches scheduled to follow in April, July and October of 2025 respectively. In total, 24 model rice farmers will undergo this intensive year, equipping them with skills sets needed to venture into commercial rice farming. This 3-month program covers crop management and soil preparation, farm machinery operation and maintenance, efficient use of fertilizers, chemicals and irrigation systems, and seed production and post-harvest techniques. Trukai Industries is choosing farmers based on criteria such as attending to Trukai Industries Smart Farmer Program and those that receives an irrigated rice farming from Unitech in Leh. The farmers will also show Trukai Industries that they are self-starters and have taken ownerships of their farming. One of the farmers, John Gaiv, who is also the president of the Makam Smart Farmers Association, said this program is an eye-opener, adding that the Smart Farmer Internship Program had broadened his understanding of commercial rice farming. Gaiv also added that the internship program provided valuable knowledge and practical experience to the model farmers, helping them to understand the specific steps they needed to undertake when they run to their own farms and communities. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Vabukori and Baruni Bukbilong Pikinini Library Learning Centers in the National Capital District received support from the Sir Brian Bell Foundation to enhance children's learning.
Founder and Vice Chair of Bukbilong Pikinini and Sophie Eman said the support will have a lasting impact on the children of Vabukori and Baruni villages by granting them access to high-quality early childhood education and library services, helping young minds from these communities grow and thrive. This sponsorship support from the Sir Brian Bell Foundation was announced on the International Mother Language Day celebrations, an important occasion for the Motu Koita people of Vabukori and Baruni. Preserving their native language is crucial to safeguarding their cultural heritage for these communities. For the children, the opportunity to learn their language alongside formal education is a privilege made possible by the ongoing support of the Sir Brian Bell Foundation. The sponsorship ensures that more children in these villages will have access to libraries and essential educational resources, fostering a love of reading and learning. It also provides a platform for these children to connect with and celebrate their culture through the integration of cultural learning into their educational experience. Hemen thanked the Sir Brian Bell Foundation for their continued support to Book Bilong Pikinini in providing quality early childhood education and library services across Papua New Guinea. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
And now we take a look at the NESFAN market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2487 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2412 $0.3775 Australian dollars, $0.2230 euro, and 35.79 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower. Coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copra closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Share the love with Gullah Ice Cream, Gullah Cone Ice Creams, Gullah Stick Ice Creams, and Gullah Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gullah range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams. Gullah, Gullah, yum.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Tonight on Sports Scene, PNG signs to join NRL in 2028, Valley Hunters Club partners with Operation Open Heart Foundation and AES Corporate Nines team set for 2025. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Eastern Highlands Provincial Health Authority presented its corporate plan to its provincial government.
The newly appointed Provincial Health Authority CEO, Dr. Pomuso Warima, during the presentation said the corporate health plan focuses on working with the respective districts in the province to ensure all health services reach new heights with alignments to the national government's medium-term development plan. He stated that working with the local authority fosters a better pathway to develop a framework that would better service the people in the health sector. Mr. Warima then thanked the provincial governor, Simon Sia, for providing good leadership in negotiating with the Kainan 2 gold mine to build the new hospital in Kainan 2 under the tax credit scheme, and the presentation of the ultrasound scan machine purchased by the provincial government has been a big relief to the health operation. The building of the new hospital would reduce the influx of patients coming into the main town hospital. Eastern Highlands Provincial Administrator Alan Loss, who was also present during the presentation, said that there was never such consultation with previous management from the authority and encouraged the new management to provide quarterly reports to keep the provincial government in the loop of what is going on within the Provincial Health Authority operations. Claire Mauta, National EMTV News.
A special audit into Papua New Guinea's largest infrastructure project, the 20 Years Connect PNG program, is set to begin in March. The initiative aims to ensure accountability and transparency in the use of public funds.
Prime Minister said a whole series of...
Acting Chief Secretary to the government, Ivan Pomelau, formalized the audit process this week by signing an agreement with Deloitte Touch Tomatsu, a global professional services firm, and Notes Project Limited, an engineering firm based in Brisbane. The audit will be conducted independently under the management of the Department of Prime Minister and the National Executive Council's Internet Audit Branch. Pomelau emphasized the importance of this review, noting that since the program's launch in 2020 and the start of the work in 2022, no audit has been done. The audit team will conduct physical inspections of Phase 1 projects across 8 provinces. The primary objectives of the audit include ensuring the proper use of public funds, assessing project performance, identifying irregularities, improving efficiency, monitoring compliance with laws and policies, and evaluating the program's long-term impact. Pomelau called on provincial governments and all stakeholders, including project managers and contractors, to support the audit process. James Gukan, National EMTV News.
And now moving to overseas news. Benjamin Netanyahu has confirmed Hamas has returned the bodies of 4 Gaza hostages as Israel begins releasing more than 600 Palestinian prisoners as part of the latest exchange.
Large crowds gathered in Ramallah to welcome the first bus carrying the prisoners. Israel is expected to release 625 detainees, including more than 400 Gazans detained by Israeli forces during the war. The prisoners were due to be released last weekend, but that handover was delayed by what Israel says were humiliating public hostage handover ceremonies. And the identities of the 4 Israeli bodies handed over today were all taken in the October 7 attacks. It is the final exchange of the first phase of the ceasefire deal that saw 33 Israeli hostages handed over for around 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees. Israel also agreed to withdraw its troops from some positions in Gaza, as well as allow an influx of aid. The 6-week truce is due to expire on March the 1st, and it's still unclear whether an extension will be agreed to or just when negotiations will begin on the second stage of the deal.
Elon Musk has addressed Donald Trump's first cabinet meeting at the White House.
The billionaire has been tasked with slashing government spending and staffing, but has faced criticism for not being an elected official and spreading misinformation. President Trump discussed tariffs and a rare earth minerals deal with Ukraine during the talks, which is expected to be signed in the coming days. He told his cabinet members he wants to end the war in Ukraine and expects Russia to make concessions in any peace deal.
Well, I'm not going to make security guarantees beyond very much. We're going to have Europe do that because it's in, we're talking about Europe as their next door neighbor. But we're going to make sure everything goes well. And as you know, we'll be we'll be really partnering with Ukraine in terms of rare earth. We very much need rare earth. They have great rare earth.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
More than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
Everything business blow me though. So kay boss blow me, kay blow me.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
True Kai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. With the recent signing for PNG to now participate as the 18th NRL team, Prime Minister James Marape said plans are underway and looks forward to 2028.
Prime Minister Marape said he is thankful for the partnership and also spoke on the benefits.
Everyone from NRL, there's a cascading ripple on positive effect for our country. There's over $300 million worth of investment by Australia government into this team. B team was not grant, not loan. It is free grant supporting our team. Part of that junior academy for our boys and girls. The possibility of a junior competition also in Australia, where we will have our under-21s playing there. Our girls will play in women competition, and our boys have a path to go to play professional rugby league.
He further emphasized on the benefits and the plans moving forward.
And NRL has given the full support. PNG has the catchment of young players who could eventually filter on not just to our team, but other teams in NRL, and that has been acknowledged. A greater part of that work, investment would be on expanding schoolboys and schoolgirls rugby league, as well as other sports. Other sports will benefit from a center of excellence. We're building at somewhere in between the beginning sports area.
With the rise in law and order issues, PM Marape said the government is working hard to suppress the issues.
This year we have a 15 million kina in budget to support Safe City in Port Moresby. I do apologize for continued recurrence of crime that does happen in our city. But as we go forward into the future, and the police that is being put together to police Port Moresby and our country, will rely on such interventions as camera in our cities. And the work for us to do right now, as we go into not just our 50th, but the next 3 years, to prepare our team to be hosting world-class competition, is making Port Moresby a safe city.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Sambio FC were crowned champions of the National Youth Soccer League after beating Kiara FC 3-1.
The team from Sambio village in Mumeng, Wau Bulolo district dominated from the start to finish, claiming victory and taking home the 10,000 kina prize money, while Kiara FC settled for second place with 5,000 kina. Sambio striker Joshua Guai showcased his skills early on, scoring 2 goals in the opening minutes of the first half to set the pace for the team. The first goal came in the 4th minute when Kiara FC goalkeeper misjudged a long ball, stepping outside the box, allowing Guai to capitalize the score. He doubled the lead in the 19th minute, putting Sambio in control. Despite the setback, Kiara FC fought back relentlessly and was awarded a penalty. Captain Atensius Malase converted the spot kick, reducing the deficit to 2-1 at halftime. In the second half, Kaksi Guaitep extended Sambio's lead with a 3rd goal, putting the game out of reach. Sambio held firm in defense, maintaining the lead until the final whistle. Kiara FC never gave up, fighting hard until the end, but ultimately finishes as runner-up in the competition. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
EMTV News A Closer Look returns for 2025, the current affairs program that brings to you weekly insights for the latest on education, health, business, politics,
I just want to make that clear.
sports, and more. A closer look every Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports, and now moving to overseas sports. As the NRL prepares to launch its season in Las Vegas, the Domestic Violence White Ribbon has demanded the code remove any mention of their previous partnership from its website.
It's often quipped that politics and sport shouldn't mix. That's clearly not the view of Peter V'landys, the chair of the Australian Rugby League Commission, who took to national TV pitching the game of rugby league to the US President Donald Trump.
Mr. President, we want to introduce you to the toughest game on earth, rugby league, in the world's sport and entertainment capital, Las Vegas.
That video, broadcast in America and a clear message to Donald Trump, wasn't the only overture made to prominent figures in the country. The Canberra Raiders, who are opening their season against the New Zealand Warriors in Vegas, also offered the chance for Dana White, the owner and CEO of the UFC, to be part of their pre-game ceremony, including blowing the ceremonial horn and leading the Viking clap, a tradition usually reserved for Raiders royalty.
Formula One's official pre-season testing began overnight with all 10 teams in Bahrain for the crucial 3-day event.
Teams use techniques including paint and rakes to collect data and judge the performance of their cars. All teams have 2 more days of testing before returning to their factories and preparing for the start of the season. Melbourne hosts a season opening Grand Prix from March 14 to 16.
Townsville Fire is true to the women's NBL final after 106-76 win over Perth Lynx.
The 30-point win ends Perth Lynx season after a tight loss in Game 1 of the best-of-3 series. Townsville will either face the Bendigo Spirit or the Sydney Flames in the final.
It feels amazing. You know, we worked so hard to get here. I think we deserve to be here. And yeah, we played like it today. It's so good.
And that ends Chukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Tonight on Sports Scene, PNG signs to join NRL in 2028, Valley Hunters Club partners with Operation Open Heart Foundation, and AES Corporate Nines team set for 2025. Sports Scene tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Now looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City partly cloudy with chances of few showers. Daru cloudy. Kerema cloudy with some rain showers. Alotau partly cloudy and Popondetta cloudy with rain and possible thunderstorm. In the Momase region, Ley City partly cloudy, becoming cloudy in the evening with some rain showers. Medang cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorms. Wewak partly cloudy and Vanimo becoming cloudy with some rain in the evening. In the New Guinea Islands region, Dorangao partly cloudy with chances of some showers. Kavieng partly cloudy with chances of some showers. Kokopo and Rabaul mostly cloudy with some afternoon and evening showers. Kimbe cloudy periods with rain and possible thunderstorms, and Buka chances of few afternoon showers easing to fine. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy period with rain in the afternoon and evening. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, mostly cloudy with some rain showers. And Mendi, Tari and Wabek, mostly cloudy with some rain.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 27th of February, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.